Through over 200 years, no matter what wars or famines raged outside, the children of the Imperial Ballet School have been fed well and kept warm. From the beginning, they were taught to read and write. Later, they learned French and mathematics and how to play a musical instrument, subjects that were taught otherwise only to the children of the rich. Today, they take the same academic classes as children everywhere. The children of Theatre Street are as careful about their weight as they are about the rest of their program. Every once in a while they dream about gorging themselves like the rest of us, but they know they'll only be able to do it when they retire in about 30 years. Alec and Angelina don't usually have a chance to eat together. They're on two different schedules. They both adore Lena. Lena's been chosen to dance a main role in the graduation performance at the Kirov. She'll have the pas de deux from Satinella. These are the girls who are about to graduate. The tall one in front is Michaela, Lena's special friend, who is here on a one-year scholarship from Czechoslovakia. Angelina watches Lena work whenever she can, and Vaganova watches them all. Russian dancers are famous for showing the world how the human animal can soar. A famous ballerina at the turn of the century tells of visiting the school and seeing one student who seemed to hang suspended in the air for seconds when he leaped. The teacher said, "That's Nijinsky. The little devil never comes down in time with the music." A dancer's muscles become tense and cramped with fatigue. The students call Antonia Vesechko the comforting spirit. She asks Lena how the rehearsal is going for Satinella. For 40 years she's massaged the dancers of the school and the Kirov company. She also used to accompany them on their tours, including their last tour to the United States in 1964. All the great ones have felt the pressure of her hands, and Lena knows it. The memory of Vaganova and of the famous graduates is everywhere throughout the school, in classrooms, in the corridors, in hundreds of pictures like these of the early days. Vaganova, Vaganova, and again Vaganova. The children are having a class on the history of the Russian ballet. The teacher speaks of Marius Petipa, the 19th century choreographer who made the force of what he created here felt throughout the world. He choreographed The Sleeping Beauty, Raimonda, Don Quixote, and scores of other ballets that are still performed today exactly as he envisaged them. Anna Pavlova, Diaghilev, Fokine, Nijinsky, and many others left Russia in the first decades of the century and became Russia's first cultural ambassadors. These brilliant Russians traveled to every continent in the world, electrifying audiences, starting ballet schools, stimulating a passion for dance that has grown ever since. The student finds most of the major graduates of the school honored here, although 3, Nureyev, Makarova, and Baryshnikov, are absent from the walls. This is Dudinskaya. She was a prima ballerina with the Kirov and was considered to be the most technically perfect dancer of her day. The Russian ballet has a reputation for being fiercely conservative. This film shows Dudinskaya with her husband, Konstantin Saklinsky. They are dancing Raymonda. The film was made in the early 1960s. And here I am. I made the film you just saw some years ago. I don't dance anymore. Instead, I teach and coach the graduating classes at the Vaganova school. I've been teaching here since 1951, the year Vaganova died. She was a great teacher, an innovator. I feel privileged to have studied with her. Dudinskaya's husband, Sergeyev, is artistic director of the school and a choreographer. He was a famous dancer, the first to dance the role of Romeo in Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet, which had its world premiere at the Kirov in 1940. This is how I ended the variation in Raymonda. This ballet was performed under my supervision at the Kirov. We still follow Petitpas choreography, not only in this ballet, but in Sleeping Beauty, Swan Lake, and many others.
И не только этот балет, но и «Спящая красавица», и «Лебединое озеро», и...
Sergeyev in Giselle. The historian of this museum, Madame Frangopolo, is herself a living ballet monument. Madame Frangopolo danced in Balanchine's youth ballet in 1922, having graduated from the school in his class the preceding year. After the October Revolution, there were many talented students at the school. There was George Balanchivadze, George Balanchine, as they call him today. Balanchine is founder of the American Ballet. He created a new genre, ballet miniature.
И создавший такой жанр миниатюры балетной. Это гордость сейчас американского балета.
Speaking of famous dances produced by the Soviet Union, you have to mention Galina Sergeyevna Ulanova. She created a whole range of beautiful roles. She proved that a really great artist can combine all of the qualities of dance, physical, mental, and spiritual.